getting any prettier.
Watch your mouth.
Man, I love that game. A perfect illustration, everyone, of what is happening on the Bitcoin charts as Bitcoin tests and approaches the most crucial, critical resistance area on the macro charts. We've literally waited at least 1 year to get to an area like this for confirmation. Confirmation that is on its way. I know I've been a little bit more urgent in recent videos because finally on these Bitcoin charts, we are at a very urgent area, and I want to break it down truly for you in this video. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. I appreciate you cruising by. Hit the subscribe and that like button on the way in, and let's jump into the charts. If you've been watching these videos, the breakdown, the consolidation that's recently happened in the last month, you know what's been going on. Ping pong with the Fibonacci retracements, right? We broke out of that symmetrical triangle, a key move for Bitcoin, namely in regards and in context to this prediction video I did September 10th, around 1 month ago, talking about Bitcoin, saying I think it's going to revisit this key Fibonacci area you see on the screen, $11,400 to $11,900. We've approached it. We are there. It is very important. And this is a micro chart, but the confluence happening right now on the macro charts is what I want to break down for you today. It is so important. Ignore all the hype out there, or ignore all the bears, ignore all the bulls. Get your mindset in this place that is neutral so that we can watch, we can analyze, we can be patient, and we can anticipate the next move for Bitcoin in a mentally healthy way. So here's this key Fibonacci retracement area that we've been just talking about a lot, and we're there. That alone is very important. It's a swing high from August to our swing low that we had early September. You can see it here, Fibonacci resistance on the screen. We're testing it as we speak. Now this goes up to the $786 to $11,900. Currently, you can just see we're testing that 618 around 11,400. Let me show you a 4-hour chart real quick and just show you what resistance looks like. It's not even surprising to me that this is happening on the 4-hour chart at this Fibonacci resistance. This is what Bitcoin does, everyone. This is why technical analysis works. It plays out over and over as I do these videos. Even look, this rule, 74% to the apex of the triangle, an average breakout for Bitcoin. And look, we've broken out just about a day after. So technical analysis works. Now, what's happening on the macro charts? I mentioned some synergy, some confluence. Let's look at this. Now, we know we've been tracking this whole situation because it's so critical. We potentially are getting a lower high. This was last summer lower high, right? Currently, we have not broken that area. And then the swing high, bull market high. So we're kind of in this downtrend. Is it going to continue? We need to break this swing high from last summer. And until we do, and until we get confirmation that we're getting ready to do that, Bitcoin remains very just in this unknown state. Now, if we take our Fibonacci retracement, I'm gonna chart something else for you. Our swing high at the bull market high to our bear market low gives us this swing high resistance last summer. It's another macro, 618 to 786 that you see on the screen. Now, we know on the micro charts, we're tracking this $11,400 to $11,900 area, right? But look at the macro charts. Our swing high from last summer to our swing low in March. Look what Bitcoin has been grappling with. And we've mentioned, I'm pretty sure we mentioned this a couple times on this channel, just not very much recently. This is a macro 618 down here to 786. Now, the price point on this area is $11,700 or so at the 786 down to $9,900 at the 618. We've been grappling with this area since July, everyone. And on the macro charts, this is the area for Bitcoin to break. On the micro charts, it translates. It is very confluent with this short-term Fibonacci retracement Bitcoin needs to break in the short term. So we have all of these things converging on these different timelines, and we are basically at this huge resistance area up to 11,900. Remember, on this macro chart, the 786 resistance is right around $11,600 to $11,700. So what that means, as Bitcoin trades at around 11,400, this short-term Fibonacci resistance has macro resistance lying right within it, basically right around here. This is the macro 786 line. This is what it looks like within this micro Fibonacci retracement. Are you following me? Do you see the resistance on the macro and micro happening before our eyes right now? Bitcoin currently from that long-term macro resistance 2 to 3% away. From breaking out the micro resistance, we're 4% away. But most bullish could potentially be Bitcoin breaking above and through 11,700, getting separation from that area, and then obviously separation from this micro area, 11,900. Do you see how these Fibonacci retracements are already acting right now as resistance? It's all happening before our eyes, everyone. Is this going to be a lower high? And these are the technical data points that we use to watch for confirmation. Now, I want to just talk about Fibonacci retracements because I think a big question many people might have is, okay, Dan, well, that's fine. We have these areas to watch for, right? On the macro chart, 11,700, let's say. So if Bitcoin just breaks above it and we're trading 11,800, does that mean we're good to go? It's the bull market, or we're about to break last summer swing high? It doesn't mean that. And same thing for here, the short-term resistance. If Bitcoin breaks through the upper end of that, and we're up here at 12,100 even, it doesn't mean we're good to go. What we look for is basically a setup. We're looking for formation. And a good example of this is another Fibonacci retracement we tracked on this channel, which was basically like this swing low at the end of June when we were getting this consolidation back here. A swing low to our swing high into August, 12,500. We had a Fibonacci retracement, which was down here for support. This wasn't a resistance. We're looking for support, a 618 to 786. You can see the perfect bounce once again. But just because we got support there and we got a bounce, it didn't mean like we're definitely good to go. We had to track this area. And if you remember, we actually revisited it once again. There was some fear in the markets during this time period. A couple days, Bitcoin retested that 618 line, but we bounced off of it. But what happened? What transpired in testing this Fibonacci support? What happened is we got this, and this is the symmetrical triangle. At one point was speculative. I know we talked about speculative symmetrical triangle. We were tracking the short-term Fibonacci retracements along that way, and the setup formed, and it all formed just above this Fibonacci retracement support area. And that's what we look for. We look for formations. We look for some type of pattern, and we have to utilize patience in this happening. So when we're looking at this long-term Fibonacci retracement, for instance, last summer swing high to March swing low, right now you can see there has been formation, right? It's not like, we've gotten no confirmation. At one point, we looked like we're actually breaking the upside, but we obviously came back down that 786. Then at one point, it looked like we're breaking the downside. It looked bearish for a second. And you can see Bitcoin's consolidating along this macro area. This is our answer, whether or not we're going to get a lower high in this long-term downtrend, or if we're finally going to break that pattern, enter a bull market like everybody wants. But it's obviously required patience. We can't just say, wow, look at Bitcoin just broke that Fibonacci resistance area really quick right here, and we're trading above it, and that's it for Bitcoin. We're good to go. We can't say that. We have to see how this plays out. We have to see if we get weekly closes above this. We have to see if there's separation above it. And just thus far, there hasn't been, right? But right now, we're trading within it, obviously. And speculatively, again, what we potentially might have on this chart is kind of like this symmetrical triangle of sorts, a very kind of midterm, larger symmetrical triangle. And this could dictate the direction of Bitcoin coming down, going up, right? And these are things we have to track, we have to wait for. But everybody, I'm telling you, the charts right now, from a macro perspective, if you've been waiting for years and watching for years, and if you've been on this YouTube channel, we've gone through the bear markets together. If you've been here waiting, we're at such a critical area. It's been a little bit more exciting most recently to do these videos especially because the confluence that is happening on these micro charts, you can see this messy chart that we've been really tracking really well. The confluence between that and the macro charts is unbelievable. And again, if you look at these charts right now, this entire area, this is a micro chart, but again, here's that macro resistance just above where Bitcoin is. It's unreal to be able to track this. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Everyone, just be prepared for resistance. But in a bullish manner, we could also be prepared for just an awesome breakout through and separation from that channel. Time will tell. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what's going to happen. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to invest or what to do next. Make your own decisions, everybody. But the data is here for us to analyze, for us to anticipate and be ready for the next move for Bitcoin, because once confirmation is here, trust me, I will be here discussing that with you and showing you that data as well. Let me know your thoughts below. Are we going to break this resistance? I'm curious to know what you think, and I appreciate you cruising by. Have an awesome Sunday. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.